Welcome to the video support and tutorial library for KeepTrack Facilities Equipment Maintenance Software. I'm Brad Critchfield, President of KeepTrack Corporation. Today, I'm going to walk you through some of the features of this easy-to-use program. Preventive maintenance is where you do the work that is repeated at some interval, once a week, once a month, or it could be based on hours, miles, and cycles. To open preventive maintenance, click the Preventive Maintenance on the main menu of KeepTrack. The Preventive Maintenance Detail Form section. At the top left is the catalog and sublevels defining what the PM is for and where it is located. The PM ID is the number of the PM. This is created automatically when you make a new PM. The status shows the current condition of the PM. It is always either OK, due, overdue, urgent, or on hold. The frequency displays the repeat of the PM, how often it is going to be performed over and over. We have assigned to and title craft, shift for 24-hour operations, and previous note. This is when you complete a PM, you have the option to put in a note like change fuse next time, and it will appear here as well as on the detailed printout of the PM report. PM information is for the overall information about a PM, like needs a wrench or hammer, or is a great place for using tags like ISO audit, OSHA inspection, or safety, so you can later filter to just these PMs if you like. Action. This is where you'll put the actual steps to be performed on the PM. It could be as simple as one thing, or it could be 100 things. However, you would like the user to be informed about what to do. Start or completed shows when a PM was created or the last time it was completed. The next due date, if the PM is based on calendar dates, shows when the PM will next be due. Of course, you will not have to look at each PM to find out what is due, overdue, or urgent. Our report builder will find them all for you in just a couple seconds. If your PMs are based on hours, miles, or cycles, if your PM is based on hours, miles, or cycles, the fields showing completed reading, next due reading, last reading date, and last reading, and repeats every will appear. You can also put in the estimated time and number of people required to form a PM to get the estimated PM time. This can also be pulled up in a report so you can later project hours and manning needs for the future. PM cost. This is an optional field you can use to put in the estimated cost of a PM. Very useful for PMs where you contract out the work. This can also be pulled up in a report so you can project future PM cost. Range. This is the number of days a PM ages before the status changes from due to overdue to urgent. This can be modified later on each individual PM to suit your needs. Across the top, we have buttons for the various commands and options you can do in preventive maintenance. Create new for making new PMs. Edit for changing existing PMs. Reports and printing for finding work. PMs of a specific criteria, getting reports for audits, cost, hours, projections, and more. The individual reports are covered in detail in the next video. Complete a PM. This is for completing a PM, who did it, the date, notes, time spent, cost, hours, and parts used. You can update PM readings. If you have PMs that are based on hours, miles, or cycles, you will go here to enter updated readings so that KeepTrack can then calculate if any of the PMs related to those readings are due for attention. Docs and images for making hyperlinks to items relevant to a PM, possibly a PDF file, manual, spreadsheet, or pictures. Equipment information. If you have an equipment information record for this catalog, then this button will be active. You can just click it here to go to that exact record quickly. Parts required is where you can make a list of the potential parts you may need to complete a PM. And of course, go to PM ID is so that you can just select any particular PM you would like to jump to. Thank you for choosing KeepTrack. We're here to help you, and your feedback is appreciated. If you have questions or comments about the video tutorials or about KeepTrack software, please feel free to call or email us.